Meow, 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 everybody. How is it going on our new teachings day of the roast? Mwahaha. Chef Dale, Chef Laura, welcome to the show.
Welcome, guys, for this roasting sensation. We have the
Yes, I'm
three
just
chefs
here.
ready.
Yeah, I'm sharpening my knives.
Yes, we're getting the probes
We have
ready, the temperature probes ready, the kitchen prepped, the knives sharpened, and we're ready.
we have lots of onions and vegetables pre-cooked and skewered. Okay. With that being said, Laura, you have been at the center of a roast yourself, a much
Twice.
more, yes, much more intense than this.
Yes.
Give some of the perceptions people might encounter on a roast. So, for those that are new to roasting and its particular style of reading,
So, yes, I was put in the middle of a fire outside, I think, and then you're gradually prodded. So it starts off quite gentle. You're just sort of maybe a bit pushed around with the roasting fork, just a little bit, just to warm up all sides with all the various sort of questions that go deeper and deeper and deeper and don't let you wriggle out of them. So if you try and escape the basting and the pasting, then you you can't. You're there, and you have to be basted and pasted, and you have to take it. Or if you start to wriggle, then the probe comes in, and the fork and the knife hold you a little bit deeper and keep you from
as we'll
jumping
trim
out
a
of
little
that
bit,
pan.
trim a little bit more of the programs off.
Yes, yes. So there is no. When I say there's no escape, it really does put the programs up right in front of you to look at, and then
We're intentionally activating the programs.
yeah,
But
yeah,
there are
yeah,
certain programs that we don't like. Some of the high level abuse ones, we may hit them with the infrared light and warm them up first.
yeah, yeah.
So Dale, what does roasting as a chef mean for you, a chef of psychic surgery, who can dismantle
Uh,
the carcass of a turkey in 2 seconds?
so, from my own experience of being roasted by yourself, Andrew, many times before in the many years I've spoken to you, it's what's needed in the moment, and it's one of those things like you go see a Reiki practitioner or another psychic surgeon. A lot of them give you the heebie-jeebie gargle where they just completely fluff you up, say
Yep.
everything's okay, say you're okay. This session's worked amazing on you. You won't, you know what I mean? They give you that feeling, but when I first started getting sessions off Andrew, it's like you didn't give me anything. You just told me the truth. And sometimes my egos and programs came up like, oh shit, I can't believe there's someone here actually saying something about my own shit. But then I realized how fucking important that was within my development to actually listen, have someone as a teacher come into your life and tell you, because a lot of people out there don't have oral teachers or teachers like Andrew or people they go see for a session. None of them are out there. So they're all validating their own, they're not even validating their own stuff anymore. So the roasting for myself helped me then when it comes to psychic surgery, it's how I can get into the client slowly. And I might have to say it in a way of my words so I don't offend them. But I get into there slowly and tell them they have to take accountability, like someone says in the chat there. And it's very important that. And as fun as these roasting shows are and all the roasting and everything, they're so important for growth, and you've brought up so much more of my shit, Andrew, and it's helped me. It's developed me into here today now doing the presenting. So yeah, and I love being the chef as well. I love roasting people as well.
With that being said, the way this works, we will put out a link in one of the chat rooms that is listening. And from that chat room that is listening gets to call in. We are playing the whack-a-mole game. Where is the call-in number? So you can explore our many ways of watching our material. Yes, it is made up in the moment marketing ploys. Chase chase the call-in number.
Are you going to give them a clue whereabouts, like Rumble?
I don't know. Anyways, explain how it works. Dale, explain how the link works.
So what you do, guys, is you go into the chat, and the link will be onto the chat to head on to Restream. We advise that you do it through Google Chrome because Google Chrome really responds well to Restream. So you'll come into the waiting room. If you're waiting for a while, just continue to wait because last Talking Stick show, we had people who just dropped out the waiting room. We do know you're on there when you come into the back. You'll just have to wait until we get you on. We get up to about 8 more people into this room at the moment. So if you can't get on just yet, just keep trying until you can get on.
We lost you a bit now.
Yeah, your audio's weird. It's just too close to the mic.
Okay. Could you hear any of it, or do you want me to do it again?
Yeah, we could hear it. It was just muffled.
Okay, no problem.
All right. With that said, we'll let people figure out if they want to be roasted. So, Joel, for a reminder for the shows, we will need sounds of knives sharpening, whips cracking,
Logs crackling, hissing,
meat searing.
Yes. We can't do the smell of burning though.
No,
Scratch
if
and
we could
sniff.
do smell-o-vision, we would.
Smell-o-vision, yeah.
Andrew's scratch and sniff book.
Yes. All right, everybody. There is the link. Come if you dare.
Yeah, Annabella says you're like a king in a past life. Yeah, I think you remind me of a king as well.
Okay. Thanks, thank you.
I don't know which king.
Not hierarchical king.
That's why you had to have your crotch shot show.
Yeah.
You're the king.
Crotch king.
For everybody who doesn't know, Dale was moving house and didn't have any of his computers set up and had to rush to set up be like a podcaster on the roll, and he just didn't have it high up, so you just saw him sitting from waist up, and everybody called it Dale's crotch cam.
Yeah, I agree. Annabella is like a Viking king.
That's right.
Hello, Southern Belle, Amy.
So, come on, guys. We dare you. You can do it.
I can't believe nobody wants roasting. Can you?
There's a.
Oh yeah, it takes a lot for
We've got someone in.
Sean.
So I'm gonna. Here we go.
For some reason, I could unmute myself, and I came in unmuted, so I just quickly muted myself as to not disturb you guys.
Ah, you're getting well practiced at this.
I've come today to ask for a roast, whether it be 1st degree, 3rd degree, or 2nd degree burns.
So tell us, what type of meat are you? Are you piggy meat? Are you pork? Are you venison? Are you moose? Are you turtle? What are you?
There are so many choices.
You could be plants. You could be plants too.
I don't know. What type of meat am I?
Hold on. No, that's fine. You're the I don't know fish.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, they burn.
Is.
Right, for today's theme, as you all relate, we are all chefs using the terms from cooking to deal with different aspects of the I don't know fish. So Chef Laura and Chef Dale come to the front, and we show them the I don't know fish. And the challenge is may it be known fish. Okay? So I cut it in half, split open the meat ends, pull out the skeletal remains. The skeletal remains in the middle for me, and the left fillet and the right fillet go to Laura and Dale. So, Laura, you have the left side of him plus the skeleton, and I have the skeleton in the center.
Okay.
What do you see in the left side of the I don't know fish?
The left side, I see a hesitation in this left side of this fish. A bit wishy-washy. Something uncertain, not sure in which way to swim.
What spices will he be good for?
All spices. So not going too hot. We don't really want to go like cayenne straight away. Oh, I don't know. Cayenne's like...
Yes.
Maybe a bit of
Bubble.
paprika.
So translate these like paprika to an emotion or a change in life frequency.
A bit more decisive, warming things up a bit.
Yes. He definitely needs salt. Okay. Lots of salt. And to translate that into modern terms, there are things you need to get salty with that are around your life. Hint, hint, wink, wink. You let things be way too passive in you. You don't really have a spine at times. Dale?
So as I'm picking up and tasting it, it tastes like you've kind of lost your authenticity of yourself, and that part of you is kind of unavailable at the moment, and you're filtering in and out of other parts where you're not actually having the actual original meat juices of yourself come through.
Yeah. Because you're still in maybe meat, maybe fish. Okay? You are in a cycle of vicious change inside yourself. Change from one old person to another old person, from one old person to another old person. Never a new person evolving in you. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. How long has this been going on for you?
Probably my teens, maybe. I don't know.
How old are you now?
I am 22 years old.
When did you graduate school?
I graduated in 2020.
And how did lockdown affect you?
I kind of liked it at times, but it felt like couldn't go anywhere.
Well, yeah, couldn't go anywhere. But all of a sudden you went dispassionate and apathetic to your inner reality. Yeah, you're hiding something there. Dale, Laura, take over from where he's hiding.
So can I ask you a question?
Go on, Dale.
When were you last in a relationship?
Never.
Yes, because I'm picking up there's no sexuality at all there, and there's
Or
something
it's all in
going on.
perversion. It's all in perversion.
Yes. Because Laura, go ahead. You want to
No, I
say?
was going to ask how your school years were for you.
They were quiet. I gained some very good friends who some I keep today. Some who have gone down the path of drugs and alcohol. I've decided to let go. But those who are integral, I kept.
So what do you do for fun?
Play video games, but even now that is not fun so more.
So what I was saying before is what has maintained you before is no longer maintaining you. And you're trying to make something new and trying to make something new and nothing new happens. Because you're too ingrained in what you do. You're going to have to reach an uncomfortable space of doing things. When's the last time you had a job?
I believe it was 2 months ago.
What were you doing?
I was doing dishes, but even though it was kind of like doing dishes, but it was mixed with being like apprentice chef. I did way more than dishes, and
How long did you do that for?
I don't even think I did it for a week because
Okay, so isn't there not an irony that we're chefing you and you were an apprentice chef was your last job? Okay? First moment of wonder coming from the audience. How did they do that? Okay. What was it about that job that allowed you to for whatever reason, leave? What caused it?
I would have to say, well, you know the food business, but
Sure.
I guess this business of food, it was kind of like disgust of how the manager would think of his employees and treat.
What kind of nationality was he?
I do not know of his nationality.
Okay, would
But
he
I couldn't
just be
tell.
like a regular Australian then?
I guess so.
Okay, that's fine. Okay. Did he poison you enough to never go back?
Uh, yes.
Okay. So what's left for you then?
In terms of jobs opportunities, or
Just anything. Anything.
hmm, I guess I could do carpentry, metalwork.
Have you done those before?
I have in high school, but I would need to sharpen
Okay.
those skills back up.
In high school has nothing to do with on a job site.
Sure.
Okay? Has nothing to do with on a job site. It just means you'll know a little bit about safety of each device is what it really means. Okay?
Mm.
Which is a good thing. Okay? Um,
So, how are you supporting yourself, Sean?
I am not. I have no support.
How are you eating?
Very little, apparently.
so why have you let it come to this?
Because I lacked a backbone.
Mm-hmm. So how do you get a backbone?
Become an invertebrate?
You got to become a person. You got to choose to be in your body.
Hmm.
And any of the 10,000 techniques we have, or the boot camp class that we have, and for all you out here, here's a classic example of a person that needs the boot camp. Force yourself out of this. All the practices that you do, you don't have a job, you have nothing but time on your hands. Step by step instructions in that boot camp of what to do, how to do it, how many days a week to do it will not burn out. You apply right there. Okay? I'll give you two pieces of advice. You will not handle construction work if you can't handle chefing. Construction is way worse the amount of insults they pranks they play on the new guys. Okay? How are you going to handle somebody wedges you?
Hmm.
Okay, do you even know what a wedgie is?
I do.
Okay? Imagine in the middle of a construction site, somebody sneaks up behind you in a moment where you're not expecting, gives you a wedgie in front of all the other guys. Okay? And that's going to go on and on. You'll be one day, somebody else will be another day, and then it'll be weeks of it not happening.
Hmm.
How long have you been listening to the shows?
I do not know for a certain time frame, but I know I was listening before 2019.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so you know enough of how to get yourself in your body and start reclaiming your sovereignty and start living from behind your heart. And so what's putting you, why aren't you making the choices that will put you in control of you? What's stopping you from making those choices?
Easy. The magic he cast on himself to get to the point that he is now. The I
The
give up
apathy.
energy. No, the I give up magic.
Mm.
Now we're at the root. We beat around the bush, stuff that took you years to create and think nobody can see through.
That's fine.
Okay? Now we're here. We're at the root of you. Is there more for you to fall apart on? Do you need to hit rock bottom?
Hmm. Yes.
Why? Because you watched all your friends go through rehab and drugs and you want to be a failure just like all of them?
Oh, then no.
Well, then today's the day to make the choice. Tomorrow's another bottom, and tomorrow's another bottom. The day after that, you're just experiencing new levels of bottom from now on.
Hmm.
First piece of advice for you, okay? You have to see yourself as an out person, no longer an in person, for the sake of getting enough work time that you're spending 40 hours a week out. My first advice is try to get 2 meaningless jobs in the middle of nowhere, like a person at a grocery store that just does stocking. Okay, don't have a lot of customer interaction, and all you got to do is memorize your job, and your brain's your own during that time. Okay, and if you want to get a second job, do something that's going to have to mean you have somewhat of an outward personality a little bit. If you don't want to be in the cooking or world, there's always all of those sorts of retail you can go, is selling vacuum cleaners and washers and getting a commission off that stuff. That's my piece of advice. Okay? So maybe a retail electronics outlet where you have high end shit to sell. Force yourself to talk. Okay? Sales is one of those, throw yourself into the deep end. You want to make some money at it, all it is turn on the personality. I've seen you come on many of the Game Stream Show Fridays, and it has all sorts of really great and cool questions. And you're thinking in those zones, but you're also letting yourself fall, too.
Laura, do you have any questions? Same for Dale? Well, not questions, advice.
I just think you need to start strategizing yourself and having an actual strategy and a plan, what you're going to keep to. And like Andrew says, actually get a job, have some money behind you, have that feeling of having income, stability, and actually start doing spiritual practices where you're allowing yourself to grow, be in the body. Like Andrew recommended, the bootcamp product. My advice for you is just the 3D life, the human life, building that up so you're comfortable, you're happy, you've got nice muscle weight, you're eating right, all of those just simple things. Then the other side of spirituality and the more advanced stuff can come at that time. But for now, you've got to do the basics of just being a human. And this is a roast for you, is now's the time to do it, to light a fire up your own arse.
All right.
Have you heard Andrew say, "Suck it up, buttercup"?
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
So there's no other phrase really.
This is suck it up, buttercup, and put on the big boy pants.
Yes, there's no other way to say it really, Sean, because your life is your responsibility. Say that again, Andrew.
I said go ahead.
Oh, okay. Yeah, your life is your responsibility, nobody else's. So
Thank you.
You're going to feel better about it long term when you do it, but you've just got to take that plunge to do it, which is why it's a suck it up, buttercup moment. You need a job. You need to get some self-esteem back in yourself to be earning money, and to just start living a life where you're supporting yourself and eating properly, as Dale says. And you're going to start feeling better about yourself. I don't think you actually, it feels like you don't realize quite where you are in some ways. It's like it's become a norm to you. It's become normal.
With that said, normalization is your future. You got to get yourself out of this abnormal lifestyle of giving up. Okay? First thing you got to do as this call ends is go through the fight with yourself and saying, I have to change. Okay? Don't immediately go and find random jobs. You're doing that out of anger. Here's where you do your first ceremony to calm your ass down. Get out of anxiety, get out of stress, get out of the space, turn off the spirit music, turn off the real world, and just enter pure silence. And the only thing you have to do is enforce silence. And let that go for 25, 30 minutes. And what you'll discover, you have a very loud background. And that lowering the volume on your background is going to be a challenge for the next couple days. And that's what your short-term magical future, expressing your intent to be here now, is to shut everything up. Okay? This means you're going to have to turn off the video. You're going to have to turn off the video games. You're going to have to break the cycles of energy around you. Where are you living at?
I'm living at Queensland, Australia, Townsville.
How far from the ocean are you?
Probably 5 hours walk. I could probably take a bus.
So make it once or twice a month you go with an intention to spend several hours on the beach and then drive and get back. That'll be a great outing for you energetically.
All right, 7 hours. You said.
Yeah, no, don't do the walk. Don't walk. Take the bus.
All right.
And pack a lunch with you. That getting out energy and getting to the beach and walking on the beach and then all that drive home will really give you a break in the volume in your home life. Okay? And you got to see those as little pilgrimages to help keep yourself grounded and deeper with the different frequencies around you. Okay?
All right.
Laura, Dale, you want to add anything he can do with his healing time also?
Yeah, adding on to what Andrew said, be an adventurer, make things more exploring, more adventurous for you, because you do take a different form of energy home. And then once you're doing that regularly, you're building up those energies at home, so you're not returning to the same old stale energy, because that's one of the problems that happens is we do all this, go home, and suddenly we get swamped by the old stale energy at home, the old you. So it might be a good idea too to just, move things around in the where you live. Have like a bit of a change, freshen the place up. Have some new and different energies to come home to as well, so that you're not sucked back into the old you.
All right.
So I'd recommend as well start enabling yourself more with light and looking to doing sun gazing as well, where you're looking at the sun with the eyes closed and bringing in that sunlight to the brain or the body. Just start spending time illuminating yourself with light and silence. That's my recommendation.
All right. Thank you all for this roast.
Well, you are welcome.
Yeah, you can absolutely do that. You just don't want to be a wet fish anymore.
Yes.
No.
Well, maybe fish.
Maybe fish.
You can do it, Sean.
Thank you.
All right, Sean, thanks for calling in.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sean.
All the best.
So we have on now Sarkis.
Sarkis, long time. How you been?
Pretty good. How are you?
I'm going good. You volunteered for a roast.
Yes, I love it. Hi, Laura. Hi.
Hi.
All right, so we are chefs here using all of our words from a chef description here. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to ask you, what type of protein are you?
Interesting question. I will say fish.
You are a fish.
Yes.
Okay. All right. How big of a fish are you?
Medium size.
So you're like a 1 pounder.
Yeah.
All right. So, Laura, Dale, we take from the call in and we transmute to fish, a medium-sized fish with not very much flair or look to it. We set it down from in front of you, and Chef Dale, what is the first thing you observe about this fish, this Sarkis fish?
I'd say the ability to nurture yourself and love others. That's what I'm picking up straight away.
Anything else?
That you've blocked yourself from your actual dreams of what you want to do and your goals and everything like that. There seems to be a blockage with you at the moment.
Okay. Laura?
I think you're a fish who takes a while to digest things. So I think it's you you need time for things to percolate before you will make a decision on something. And I think there's times that you will also argue for your limitations or put up some blockages in a way that will self-created blockage sometimes to stop you moving forward.
Very well done. So, Chef Galactic Historian says there are other things to notice about the sarkish fish. It believes it can breathe air and water at the same time, but there are times it is breathing water and is trying to suck on air. And finally, it leaves itself without energy for a variety of social interaction regions. This fish doesn't belong in a school of fish. It is a solitary fish that desires to be with other fish.
That's very deep.
All right. I split the fish in half, removed the spine, one equal half for Laura, one equal half for Dale, and I have the spine and all the bones that go with it as perfectly removed from it. Laura, what do you see from the left side of this fish?
Okay, so left side is a moving forward side, but gets held back by the other side. I'm not bringing down in here, just how I sit. So the left side keeps wanting, is like one step forward and maybe two steps forward and one step back. So the left side is the side that wants to take the two steps forward, but keeps getting pulled back by something.
Okay. What kind of spice does it need?
What have we got that's quite fiery in that spice shelf?
Oh, we have habanero, ghost pepper.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. So really, yeah,
Ghost peppers, habanero.
right. We're sprinkling
Well,
that.
William Scoville.
I think ghost pepper will do the work.
Yes, ghost pepper will do the work. Flatten that ghost pepper on there, and let's let it marinate. Dale, what do you see on the right side of the fish, as the left side is now marinating in ghost pepper?
I'd say it's not allowing the heat to get in at all. As I'm putting more heat on it, it's just stopping the heat from coming in altogether. And like Laura said, there's just a stuckness, and there's just needing more fire and more heat. And it's like you're afraid of your own genius. There's like a part of you which is not allowing your own genius to come forward. And so you're needing some extra spices on top of this fish.
Okay. Is there any qualities of this fish that are detracting it from its inner beauty?
The inability to love himself fully.
Okay. Laura?
There's some doubt. There's a bit of a doubting fish sometimes.
All right, so when I look at the spinal column, ingrained from a very young age in you is this doubting of everything and everyone that lost out to a confident you that went and got educated. But this doubting you, like an old root that you thought was dead, keeps popping up here and there, like an invasive plant that you constantly have to keep trimming. And this particular plant, it really puts the doubt about love in you, which makes you overthink about having a girlfriend or having a job or having to rate a job before a girlfriend, and which puts you in this non-loving state because all of those choices are forced choices without you seeing the other sets of opportunities you could have if you weren't so controlling of your life.
And the fish has been lost, Andrew. It's jumped out the water.
Yeah.
You don't know where he's gone.
Well, he couldn't handle it. That's too much frequency.
Come back, Sunkiss. Where you going?
The ghost pepper got him.
The shark came in.
Well, Sarkis, if you're hearing us, come back in.
Yes, do.
We'll put the fishing rod back out.
Yes.
Put some of Sarkis's favourite food on it. Come on, come back.
Oh, he's logging back in.
He's
Cool.
logging back.
Yeah.
Well done.
That was funny. The moments universes gives us.
Yes.
Come on, guys. We need some more. We need to get some more roasting going on here.
I think Blaine is coming in on the
Yeah.
Rumble app, he says.
So if you'd like to be part of the show, go on to the chat and just click on the link, which brings you onto Restream, where you can get a reading and you can get roasted. We challenge you to become a big fish.
In the
Hard
tiniest
time.
pound of the universe.
To find the link as he switches to his laptop. Okay, so we've got the link in this chat.
As well
We
with
need
the
a
link.
relink. Post it.
Relink. Try coming on Google Chrome as well if you're trying to get on. It works a lot better.
RC, if you're in the private chat room, it is already working for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, RC, you're on already in the back. We're just seeing if...
Sarkis is coming back.
Yeah.
Mm.
Right.
This is a lot of dead air.
Sarkis, are
yeah.
you there? Or we're going to have to move on.
Let's move on to RC, and we can
But-
come back to
Mm.
the fish out of the
So-
water.
Mm.
Next on the grill, guys, let's put some more charcoal on it. A bit more logs is RC.
RC, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine, thank you. How about you guys?
Doing well.
Nice
But
to
you're now
see you all.
surrounded by fire.
The fire's on for you, RC. We've turned the grill up.
Uh-oh. I'm sorry, I have to go now. It's too hot.
The Galactic Grill.
Is this the one that I have to walk over the charcoal?
Yes.
Nope. No, we're just going to bury you in the charcoal.
Okay.
On a stick, spinning
Lucky,
around.
lucky.
Yes.
Mm.
RC, did you listen to any of the other calls?
Talk to me?
Did you listen to any of the other calls?
Yes.
What did you think of them?
I thought you guys' suggestions was right on, spot on, I should say.
Okay. So are you ready to declare what kind of protein you are?
I've been contemplating.
Okay.
I think I like rabbit.
You are a rabbit.
Mhm.
Okay?
It's
Okay.
tasty.
All right, chefs. We transmute the collar into rabbit. Rabbit skin has been peeled and turned into rabbit foot slippers. And we have trimmed meat. Chef Laura, what do you see wrong with this RC rabbit?
RC rabbit. Oh.
Did you just
RC.
ask me what's
Stripped of
wrong?
her fur. She's stripped of her fur.
Yes. And ready for the casserole, which we're just warming up now. Okay, RC. So there's a doubting energy again, and sometimes a lack of belief in yourself. A lack of belief that you can do something that you want to do, and a bit of hesitation about stepping out into that comfort zone.
Chef Dale?
So, as I'm smearing all the oil onto you, I can see that you're kind of like overloaded at the moment and you need to take a break. You're moving very, very fast and you need to slow down Also, to note of some of your patterns you're going through at the moment. There's some patterns you always go through time and time again, which you need to break. And all of this as well, there's some parts of you which aren't free. There's like a side, it's like 70% of you is in freedom, but there's a 30% of you which is in the slave mode. And it's about how you can kind of crack that last part of you. So I see like the meat juice is really tender on one side, but really not cooked on the other. So there needs to be some kind of cooking in, going deeper into the cooking stage of yourself, where you're actually cooking freedom, full freedom. That's what I'm picking up on the grill.
How does that stuff feel, RC?
That's, again, it's spot on. I love the the part that I need to go deeper and deeper.
So are you going to be moving to the new place sometime soon?
I am moving out of here either the 27th or the 28th of this month.
And you'll be fully moved there?
Within 4 or 5 days, beginning of December.
Okay. And what is your goal going to be there once you hit landing? What are your first goals you're going to do?
My first goals, probably to get a part-time job at the beginning and then start searching for my healing center location.
Okay. Well, now it's time to assemble casserole, RC. The clay pot comes out. The carrots are chopped. The onions are chopped. The fennel, all of that is put in there. The meat is basted in oil and butter and lots of garlic. Her sinews have been removed, and she goes into a oven, a 400-degree oven, with a special clay pot top that is steam cooking it at the same time. So this is steamed high pressure steam cooked rabbit that will then be seared at the end, reverse seared. So we put RC into the oven. We cook her at 575 for 25 minutes. Pull out the steam pressure oven without getting burned. Baste her in oil. Put her in a 700-degree fire to get some charring. And we pull her out, put her back into the casserole, and serve her up. What do you see in the baked, cooked, steamed RC, Laura?
What I'm not seeing, which I'd like to see, despite everything this poor rabbit's gone through, is some joy and some good old like enthusiasm and spark that goes along with this new venture that you're on. It feels a bit of a flat rabbit, like you got run over before you got in the pot. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
It just feels a bit
Injured rabbit.
Yes. Rabbit got flattened, and then Rabbit's been through all this, and it's like, well, yeah, I'm looking for a spark with you. I'm looking for some joy, some excitement, and it feels maybe the dish itself is a bit unexciting at the moment, and we need to liven up the dish.
You need a glass of white wine, Laura.
That's what it is.
Dale, what do you get from the RC casserole?
So for you to remember that you're part of the infinite universal tapestry, and there's a part of you, I'd say, it's 80% of you, or even more than that, masculine at the moment. The feminine side to you is not coming through, or all what I'm tasting is masculine. So there's a need for your feminine side to come in, the nurturing side, and connecting to Laura what said, passion. That's something what innately is going to be your next journey for you, how to ignite the passion spark within you so the journey is fun again. Because there's so much serious around you at the moment with what you're doing and the great things you're planning, but you're forgetting the feminine side of it all, the love, the happiness, the joy. Everything seems to be so serious at the moment. And yeah, that's what I'm picking up as I'm tasting it.
So one final thing. when you chose rabbit, that was very revealing. That means you do break down, have to go to the shop, get repaired. Repair you go do, and you hit a wall. Instead of back at the repairman, you're at the body repairman who doesn't realize how you killed the engine the last time. You get the body repaired, you get back out and go do, and then you have a psychic sending, and the cycle repeats itself. Laura, what can you tell her about the doer?
Do actually achieves less.
Love how you asked Laura.
Yes, I've learned that the hard way too, RC. And it's better to take some time out. I think it's a Buddhist way where you leave space between things. So between doing one thing and another, you leave some space. And that's also good because it works better with the energies around you to have that space between doing things, and then space for yourself as well between all this. Because sometimes we exert a lot of energy in thinking we achieve, and sometimes we can achieve more at times by apparently doing less, but we're just doing it in a different way. We're managing our energies in a different way.
So, Laura, what happens when do takes over all the time to the energy?
It's all over the place.
Okay, and then what happens with personal choices?
They become blurred.
And programs take over, and they believe they're the soul again and make choices for you.
Mm-hmm.
Which is where the negative frequencies in your life will come from if you don't stop doing do. That's your blind. Do is your blind spot. Is creating blind spots in you. If you have a focused do break, focused do break, focused do break, instead of do. Okay.
Crash.
I love that. That was incredible. That was amazing.
You're moving to an area that is unfamiliar. You're not going to have your fallback energy places or the places that you can feel comfortable in. You're going to have to really pace your do. With other fun things too at the same time, and that will mean you're going to have to slow down the doer and you who wants the business tomorrow. It's going to take the time that it takes. The worst thing for you to do is make a snap decision and get yourself in something you can't get out of until you've done your due diligence.
Okay.
Anything you'd like to ask us?
I agree. Yeah. Huh?
Okay. You are a served rabbit.
I think we need to do a galactic song with your do's.
Yes, I think
Yes,
so.
I agree.
And
Marcy, I
Go ahead.
want to ask you another question. So, the starting of the business, how much does it mean to you?
It means it's a very, very important to me.
Does it as important as you're living life?
Yes.
Then you make sure your living life has regular breaks in it, regular moments to rest and recover, and it has to be part of your fifth dimensional business plan. You'll no longer seeing yourself as a single 3D being. You got to acknowledge the fourth and fifth dimensional version in you, the one that needs breaks from the human condition so it can be spirit again. And you got to learn to balance all of those with what times are in front of you. Schedule magic is going to be so important for you.
Okay.
Start with getting 2 or 3 big things done a week. Okay? But also while you're doing big things, be willing to explore. When you're done with the big thing, drive to the different part of the city you haven't been to, or go to a restaurant or something, or find a eclectic grocery store, that's got specific style of worldwide food.
And look for a rabbit.
Well, I think you need to change out of rabbit. Okay? Okay? I think jaguar would be far better than rabbit for you.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay?
At least you didn't say cougar.
I know. I said jaguar.
It was like almost. It was like almost.
Well, I knew I wasn't going to say cougar. I knew it. Okay? I said jaguar. Yeah. You ain't go get yourself some jaguar stretchy pants, and you'll be good.
Okay. Oh, nobody
wow.
needed that visual.
Time for the jaguar to go on the prowl.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
All right, thanks,
Okay.
Arcee.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, darling.
Thank
Take
you,
care.
Ashley. Nice to hear your
Sending
voice.
you hugs and kisses.
And to
Yes,
you. Bye, darling.
So should we get Sarkis back on? He's in.
Oh, is he here? Good, good.
Yeah. So Sarkis is back on.
Sarkis.
Hey, sorry. It seems like the ghost paper was cooking me a little too much. And don't worry, I was able to catch up with all the things that you guys said, and I do 100% see myself in what you shared. I think I need to love myself a little
there's
more.
more to it. There's more to it. Your left side and your right side and your spine, they all need a jump start, like a car's battery that's been drained a little too much, and you've been jump starting yourself over and over and over and again. And it's time for you to get off of this power operating system you're on, and you should be operating on a much higher power system. And I think that's going to require some dedicated internal hardware and software changes inside you, firmware changes in you, and hardware changes in software changes in you, and how you deal with reality on a fundamental level. You're operating on too maintained lower frequency when you should be on a much more higher maintained higher frequency for your personal expansion. And most of these are limitations you put on yourself. It's not about the job.
Okay. I guess I have to find what is needed to come see Laura and get the job done, part of the job done. Then.
Well, that'll be your decision. Your decision. It's always there for you. You know, something else to think here. You are in this state because you overthought everything. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay? When you overthink everything, you never get to the core of what's really there because you're so lost in all these other subject matters you're trying to cognify.
It creates your own distraction energy in a way.
Exactly.
And takes you away from your main journey.
I thought I put in some work the last 2 years, but it seems like he's still there.
No, you did the work. You know, the thing is, you did the work. You're just not accepting of operating on a higher level. This was offered to you many years ago, and you just got to the point where you couldn't change the nature of your life and social life to be at a point where it supports the higher frequency subject matter going through your reality.
What is the best course of action at this point in time?
It's you getting out of doubt that you have advanced that far, and you know the way you've lived your life in the past worked in the past, but it's not going to work for the future you who has to operate at a higher frequency, and that means some pretty big life changes.
It's like you changed the car engine.
Such as a need to always have a relationship on the potential or horizon. You should have no relationship on the potential horizon for enough months that your body can get out of that trauma and shock of over needing it.
I took about a year to 6 months off from the last relationship there, or it just seems like it was.
Yeah, but
not
you were
enough.
still needing. You were still needing. You weren't really healing it.
Okay.
Okay. The last one didn't end the way you wanted to, didn't it?
No.
Okay, so it hurt. Okay.
Okay. Thank you all. I think those are very Very
You're
deep.
welcome. Okay.
I'll definitely get back in touch again and see what to do.
Okay. So the date, Laura. What are the dates in January?
23rd of January.
All right, thank you so much. I'll keep in touch.
That's okay.
All right,
action.
Sarkis.
Okay.
We have successfully roasted the Sarkist fish.
Yeah.
Get the probe, the temperature's right.
Sarkis, you've
On
heard,
your
you've
way.
heard, you've
Service.
heard many. Hold on, Sarkis, you've been around a long time. You've heard many other kind of roasts. What do you think of the fish style, the chefing roast we have with the fire in the ring?
I think it's very comic as a really nice way to tell the truth without really like hurting
Beat around the
anybody's
bush.
feeling. Yes. So I think if somebody really wants the truth, they can listen through it, have fun, and also understand what they truly need to do. So thank you so much.
You're welcome. All right, Sarkis. Thanks for calling in, brother.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Sarkis.
Sarkis. Thank you.
Then we next have on Fred, who's been in a while.
Fred, are you there?
Hello, Fred.
There. No, Fred, for you.
There's not much meat in this fish.
Said Fred.
So we know Eric.
Okay, no Eric either.
Hello, Eric.
Yep, I'm here. Hello.
Oh,
Hey,
you
Eric,
are.
how's it going?
Okay, cool.
Hey, hi everybody.
Hi, Eric.
Where are you calling from?
That's Sarasota, Florida.
Sarasota, Florida. Have you heard us roast before?
I have not.
Do you know what you're volunteering for?
Yes, ish.
Yes, Ish. Okay. As with the caller before, what type of protein are you?
I'm gonna go with salmon.
You are a salmon. Aha. We now transmute the caller into salmon. He comes off as a steelhead salmon that is about 17, 18 kilos, a big salmon. We put said salmon down. Laura, Chef Laura, what do you see before we carve up the salmon?
Oh, he's I'm gonna say a big old lump. I don't mean a big, fleshy, dense, dense in the way that there's a lot in there. There's a lot of flavour in this fish. I'm feeling.
Okay. What type of cooking style do you think it needs with all that flavor?
Oh, I think a little wrapped in foil in the oven with parmesan on top and butter. Slowly.
Yes. Slow cooked in foil, so it's almost steamed, but butter smoiled.
Yes.
Okay? Chef Dale, what do you see in the fish before we carve it up?
I'd say it's hard to get the heat into there. There's like a blockage, and this heat won't go any further in. So that he's kind of blocking himself from developing at the moment. So the heat is so hard for the heat to get into him.
Okay. Anything else?
I'd say there's a lot of overthinking going on with him. A lot of times of kind of the overthinking takes a lot of control of his reality. That's what I'm picking up as well.
All right. So we now sever this fish into two pieces, pull out its spinal column and all of its bones perfectly. Left goes to Laura, right goes to Dale, and I have the spinal column and the head in the center. The first thing I'm going to say is the head and the tail are not connected. There is no firm goal in your future. How say you, Roasty?
Yeah. Flopping around like a fish. Or a salmon who doesn't know where their breeding ground is.
Okay. How long you been stuck like that?
Forever.
Forever. Sounds like give up, doesn't it? You have run into Fort Dam, USA, and you cannot get to your spawning grounds.
Yeah.
Until that dam of USA comes down, you're screwed. Is that what you're accepting about life?
No, I don't accept that. I've been
So
looking for
why
a
are you
long
stuck?
time.
So then why are you really stuck?
I don't feel totally stuck. I feel like I'm inching forward, bit by bit.
Towards what?
I would say towards how to get that heat to my core.
Oh, that's simple. That's really simple. You just aren't choosing to apply the simple techniques. What does prayer mean to you?
I guess prayer just means talking to Source.
When is the last time you talked to Source?
Once or twice this year.
Okay. So how is once or twice this year regularly doing that and getting heat in your core that lasts and stands?
To be honest, it's new to me because I never really gave a second thought to speaking to Source. I just kind of threw off the concept of God because of religion through my childhood.
Mm-hmm. Thus, you have no faith that you could call on in this moment to bring heat to your core. So, Laura, what can we do to bring heat to the core of this fish?
So we want to spice this fish up a little bit more, don't we?
We need food prayers over this fish.
Mm-hmm.
This is an old fish, an ancestral fish that needs to be marinated in ancestral soups of life.
Okay. Yeah.
What prayers can you offer this fish?
So, do you want to... Is it Eric, did you say?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So do you want to repeat after me, Eric?
Okay.
Okay, so let's do I in this ever-present moment of now.
I in this ever-present moment of now.
Recognise myself as a bit of a cold fish.
Recognize myself as a bit of a cold fish.
But I have the will, the courage and the determination.
But I have the will and the courage and the determination.
To heat myself up all the way through.
To heat myself up all the way through.
And I'm going to turn now to my ancestors.
I'm going to turn now to my ancestors.
And I'm going to ask them to light that fire of inspiration for me.
And I ask them to light that fire of inspiration for me.
To light that fire of oomph.
To light that fire of oomph.
And leave me with a passion spark.
And leave me with a passion spark.
So that I may find my way forward.
So that I may find my way forward.
To find my true journey on earth.
To find my true journey on earth.
And I thank the ancestors.
And I thank the ancestors.
And I ask them to be with me always.
And I ask them to be with me always.
Lighting a fire beneath me.
Lighting a fire beneath me.
At times where I'm feeling a bit of a wet fish.
At times where I'm feeling a bit of a wet fish.
To warm me up, to send me on my way.
To warm me up, to send me on my way.
I hope.
How did that feel, Eric?
That felt good. That felt a little bit nervous. Also, it's funny you said ancestors because I actually I was meditating yesterday, and my grandfather came through to visit me.
Beautiful. Dale, what prayer offerings do you have this cold fish?
I would start saying prayers on focusing on your past, especially when you were young, round about the teenage years, to start going back there and that point where you kind of I'd say broke away from yourself, start bringing yourself back. And for me, it's like you're needing to sing again. It's like the song of you has been lost for so long. And as you grew up as a child, that song got lost around the age of 13, 14. And you grew up in a world you were unsure about. So for me, it would be about you sending prayers backwards and start doing some work on that past self, because it is a version of you which you've created, which is really blocking you from the unlimited song at the moment. And it's how you can actually start accessing that song of the self again, start remembering how beautiful this world is again, and start having those loving frequencies flowing through you. It's like there's some stagnation and stuckness, stiffness going on, where prayer is and song is going to be vitally important for you to remind you of the bigger picture of what life is all about, what we're here for. So that's some of the things I'm reading from you.
Eric, what do you do for a job?
I work from home as a contractor for the government.
How long you been doing that for?
2 years.
Do you like doing the work?
I like it because it serves a good. It's what I need for right now.
Okay. Is it paying you enough?
Yes. For now.
So then what's wrong?
Oh, nothing's wrong.
No, something's wrong with you.
You mean with what? With the career?
Nope. You have everything. You're more fulfilled now than you've been in a very long time.
That is true, yes, and I'm very thankful for that.
So what's wrong with you?
I'd say, well, just finding a singular point of focus in which to drive myself towards. I'm searching for that right now.
What is that? What could be in your infinite possibilities of things for you to master in your own life while you have the stable job and stable income to do things far more freer than you've ever done before?
Well, taking a deep dive into myself to find that true, the true self, or the essence of the self. That's what I'm focused on right now, and I use my spare time and the free time that I have in order to do that through meditation.
How much spare time, free time do you really have?
I would say plenty.
Okay. What shift do you work?
9 to 5.
Okay. Monday to Friday?
Yep.
Okay. No commute to work. You work at home?
Right.
Okay. Do you do your own cooking?
Sometimes.
If you're ordering out, what's the general stuff you order out for?
Oh gosh. Pizza or Chick-fil-A.
Pizza or Chick-fil-A? Okay. The fact that you know it is the cycle you're on, all right? Okay. You are another classic example of how the boot camp class could help you during all that excess free time to fill it up with an hour here or there and still have plenty of time to go do. So when you're not working and you're sitting there with your thumb up your ass, what are you doing for fun? Or what are you doing with your free time?
I am usually visiting friends on the weekend. I go. There's a nice little spiritual community here in Sarasota. I will go to a Sunday service, or I'll go to a gathering or ceremony when I can make it, or I will just have an extra hour of meditation after I finish work. For fun, personal fun, I'd say I go for walks at the park. I like to drive my car around town a lot, and just driving my car is
it's your chill time.
It's my chill time, and it's like another form of contemplative meditation when I drive my car.
I do the same thing. What kind of car?
And Volkswagen Passat.
Okay. Any stickers on it?
No.
Are you opposed to stickers?
Yes.
Why?
So I don't feel the need to put that stuff out there.
Okay. So here's the first challenge for you. Okay? Laura and Dale, we're going to try to figure out what is the sticker he needs to put on his car to show that he's truly ready to change in life. Go ahead, Dale.
I'd say universe. I'd say I don't know. I don't want to be too light worker. Like I'm thinking of like that's light worker. That's light worker. Just something to restore your faith and the whole love to come through you again. I don't know what sticker that could be. Just
every sunrise is a new sunrise.
Yes, there we go. Each day a new sun rises, a new you rises. Yeah.
Laura?
I think there also needs to be a funny sticker too. Something.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, to just, I'm feeling that there's a need to lighten up a bit here as well. So along with that side of you that is quite sort of, I'm feeling quite serious.
I just came up with one.
Sorry?
Oh, I just came up with a sticker.
What?
Okay, go on.
What is your sticker?
All right. Peace be with you and your horn.
Yeah, good. Okay.
Brilliant. There you go.
You have felt the energy of change.
Yes.
Okay? Now, and you put it on the vehicle. Anywhere, inside or out. Your choice.
Oh, if I found that sticker, I would definitely put it on the bumper.
Made. Just go on to Zazzle.com.
Yes.
Yeah. I'll go have it made. I like my idea.
Okay. And I want you to consider adding new stickers to your car because the car means so much to you, and I understand that energy. Okay, it'll help you drive around, find new places, new ways to do things. But here, you need to give yourself a plan, and I mean you got to get off the no plan seriously, because right now you're on a no plan.
Would you like something mystical in your life, Eric? Something more?
Yeah. I've been searching. I mean, I've been working on that, and yeah, of course.
Okay. Are you fairly handy with tools?
Yeah, I like using my hands. I like building stuff. I like working on my car and stuff like that.
Okay. Do you have a backyard?
No. I'm in an apartment.
You're in an apartment. Do you have any other vehicles that could tow something?
I don't.
You don't. You could put a hitch on your VW, but it just look funny.
Yeah, I'd have to figure that out.
No, they sell these tow behind trailers that are just pop-up tents. I see VWs pulling them all the time. You're just not going to go fast on the freeway with it.
Okay.
Okay.
I feel like you need some adventures in that VW.
Well, that's the obvious part. It's how does he make it comfortable to be adventuresome in the vehicle that he has. Now, they sell these tents that hook up to the back of cars. So you have the inside of the car and then the tent that's strapped to the back part of the car, too. Have you ever seen those?
I think so. I've seen the ones that go on pickup trucks.
They have them for cars, too. They're just a universal. Where you set it up, back the car up into the spot, and it just it just straps onto the edge of the car.
Huh, okay. Or I could just get a camping tent and just go wherever.
You can just get a camping tent, too. Okay. Do you ever go fishing or anything like that?
No, fishing is like basketball. I can't do it. For me.
All right, we'll leave it at that. Okay. You can't fish. Okay. Well, you're still going to need some of the gear so you can go hiking.
Yeah.
Okay?
Although actually there is a sailing season just started up, and I've been meaning to go out and volunteer as dead weight to.
Yes, that's very good to do that. Very
some
good.
Of those sailboats.
Even consider, because of the area you live in, is getting yourself with your own small little boat. Okay.
Yeah, that would be nice. Yeah, I go sit by the park and I look at all the sailboats in the bay every weekend.
Exactly. It can be your little adventure boat. You get to name the boat whatever you want.
Mm. Get stickers for the boat too.
Yeah, stickers for the boat. Okay.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Now, something else to work with here is you're at a state where you have to write everything down, and you're going to have to force yourself to follow a schedule beyond your work schedule. So you're going to have to look at yourself and go, all right, if I'm going to be serious about breaking this stagnant energy inside me and figure a way to get around this dam that's ahead of me, I've got to explore all these little tributaries and side places because I don't want to die before I have to spawn. Okay? Because that's what's ahead of you. You got to figure out a way around that dam, even if it's a 100-mile detour.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the thing that holds me back at this point is I have a lifetime experience of just making the wrong choices and starting projects that weren't really aligned with a sense of passion, something that I want to follow through with. And so when
Sure, but this is different if you're just driving your car to a spot where you can set up a camp and if it rains really bad, you just pack everything down and throw it in the car. This is not big rocket science projects.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay?
All right. Yeah, I was thinking on a different scale. All right.
Which is part of your issue. You think on too big of a scale too fast, and you can't see yourself doing it.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay? Do you have any extra money saved up?
I actually just reworked my budget, so I have some saved up, and I have a whole, debt payoff plan.
Okay. Because you're in a really weird economy, in a really weird place, you might be able to find yourself a small little two-person boat in the $3,500 range. That will require basic stuff to fix it up. New radio, maybe a new prop, something like that. Nothing terribly expensive. And if that fits into your budget, I highly recommend it for you. Getting out on the water and driving on the water is a whole different energy that can recharge your batteries and help you think about the long-term future. Because boating is about charting your course. You got to know where you're going. There are no roads. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And that could really trigger some experiential DNA strands inside you of having to chart your course through boating and the potentiality of bad weather and shitty drivers and heavy waves and the type of boat that you have to make better decisions in physical life.
Mm. Okay, I see the parallel there in the metaphor.
Okay. And the whole point of you getting out, whether you're driving your car or have your little boat, is to get you back into that, as you said, your contemplative state. And then you got to start tasking that contemplative state to what is my future? What is the legacy I want to give myself? That legacy is do I want to start a business? Do I just want to be me and enjoy life? Maybe that's all you need right now. And you got to focus on enjoying life while you have the stability of the job.
Yeah, that is a primary thing that I have worked on before, and it's definitely something I am a lot closer to than I was 2 years ago. Just being able to enjoy whatever it is I do on a daily basis and not have to allow anything else to not attach that happiness to anything in particular, to just be happy for no reason.
Okay. Do you think you could get yourself a small little boat?
Yeah, I don't know where I would store it, but yeah, that's definitely possible in between 6 months or next year at some point.
You could also get a jet ski too.
Oh, let's do that instead.
Okay. I love I get so much water exploring with that thing. It's crazy.
Definitely
I love a jet ski.
And your VW can definitely pull that jet ski and it'll look good.
Absolutely.
Okay.
All
Get a
right.
jet ski.
All right.
Okay.
It's
Learn to navigate on that thing. Learn to navigate.
Yep.
Yeah. When it comes to planning your your bigger future, do you see yourself ever owning a business?
Yeah, I have total confidence that I can own a business. However, I know that it has to be I can't just open a coffee shop just to say I can run this business because I have the skill. It's going to die out sooner or later if I don't find the right thing that drives me to keep doing it. Where the happiness is in the process, not because of
Yeah,
some
but
end
the,
goal
the
or result.
thing the thing is with any business, including digital business, location is a giant part of that. Okay, because if you had a coffee shop that was on a boardwalk that constantly get people, it's nonstop making money. It's just a matter of people management at that point.
Hmm.
Okay, so what type of business would you want to do, even though you're saying you don't know it?
Well,
What kind of complication level would attract you to a type of business that you'd want to put effort into and maintain as the demographics change?
not sure. Well, you asked about the qualitative hands-on aspect. I would say something that's not so much hands-on. Well,
So what does
nothing.
that mean?
Well, okay, nothing. I was a mortgage broker 2 years ago, and
Okay.
I liked it, but it was very tedious. I liked the end result, but I didn't like the process very much.
Okay.
I asked for something more complex that used more of my brain. There it was, and didn't exactly enjoy it as much as I thought I would. So something a little more simple and more direct with the people I interact with.
Okay. Is it a product or a service that you could put something yourself behind?
I don't know yet.
Okay. Here's an example. If you had a plumbing company, could you make it work?
I could make other people work. I wouldn't be a plumber.
Okay. That's the type of own business you'd like to own. Make other people work.
Yeah.
Okay. Good way. Laura, Dale, anything you want to add?
Just go on, Dale.
Yeah, I highly recommend getting that boot camp course and start doing different techniques on a day to day where you're able to schedule new things, learning new things, spiritual and so on, just to ignite you more. I think you're needing some variety of scheduling when it comes to spirituality because the stuff you're doing at the moment isn't working fully. So it's now time to start learning new tools, new techniques each week, something different. The next day, something different, just to kind of enrich the journey for you. So the next time we speak to you, we can hear that passion, that ignite feeling coming from you.
Laura?
And you said, was it that your grandfather came through to you?
Oh yeah, yeah. It was really cool.
Yeah, see, a lovely mystical experience that I would build on with getting more connection to your ancestors, which would involve like daily prayer or having something in the house or in your flat, a little area that you've got your ancestors, photos or anything that you'd want to put on there where you could go and do a prayer. I appreciate for you've only done it sort of like twice in the last year, I think you said. So I know it's a big jump to do a daily prayer, but I think that connection, the fact that they're coming through to you, will really help you. Getting their connection will help you because it feels like you're lacking a little bit of purpose. And I
Hmm.
think they will start to re-establish that purpose for you and help you find where you are on your journey and where you're meant to be going. It's incredible the amount of inspiration and connection they will give back to you when you start giving to them and giving them just a bit of time and some words every day. And I think you can get more mystical experiences like that, which will
Hmm.
give you the fuel to carry on, give you energy. It's energy from the unseen. And that will give you a bit of a passion spark too, like Dale was saying.
How does that feel to you?
Yeah, that feels pretty good. It feels like there's a lot there waiting for me, and yeah, can't wait to do more of it.
So I have another, more of a 3D suggestion for you.
Sure.
Are you familiar with what's called something called a charter boat's captain's license? Do you know what that is?
Yeah, I've heard of it.
So, like when you go charter a boat to take you fishing, there's safety rules that they have to. It's like getting a CDL for trucks, except it's for water and it's a lot more advanced. And I
Right.
highly recommend that you go and take that actual class because you'll have to learn charts, navigations, radios, all sorts of other technical stuff. And I'm going to tell you, there's business for you to do in the water and out and on the water.
Yeah. Okay.
There is a business there waiting for you. Okay?
Yeah, that's
Not being a
sparks.
charter boat captain. It's not necessarily being a charter boat captain. It's all the other shit that goes with supplying the entire marine industry.
Mm-hmm. Yep, there have been hints and threads of nautical items coming through over the last 6 months. So this makes
pick
sense.
pick it up and look at those items and see what their deeper suggestions are.
Okay.
All right, brother. Thanks for calling in. Thanks for going through the roast.
Man.
Thanks
All right.
so much. Thank
Thank you guys.
Dinner is served.
All right, guys. Let's call it an end to the show because we got another meeting to get to. Laura, give a way for people to get a hold of you.
Laura2feathers@gmail.com with the number 2.
Okay. Dale?
So if you head over to daletobin.com to book soul surgery, soul retrieval sessions, if you're needing a hand or many hands. Also, I'll be doing soul surgery training on the 17th and 18th of this month. I'm also offering a free 30-minute session for sign up. So head over to my website and all the details are there. Thank you.
Everybody, you can go to the QR code in the top left screen next to Laura's head. For the boot camp, you can go to my website. We will be available for sessions, but we have the boot camp and light language product for you guys to go ahead and practice. And then part 2 of the boot camp will also be out there shortly. All right, take us away.